on this run, we're hitting some places in the Midwest, and Kent Stage is such a cool room. I love that room, and I got to play it recently with the Wood Brothers, so I'm looking forward to returning there. Um, it's a really cool town, and I hadn't played there much before. I'd been to Ohio, obviously, but I hadn't been over to Kent, and so I'm really looking forward to coming back, and especially with Keller. So the way the show goes for these shows is I'll go on first, and then play like an hour, and then Keller goes on and plays like an hour, and then we'll do another 30 minutes together. And it's been super fun because there's all this cross pollination that goes on, and we'll figure out songs we both know, or we'll write a song that day. Each show's kind of its own little entity. They're all like fingerprints or snowflakes or something. They have their own personalized thing for just that night. So it's been really fun because Keller's really good at improvisation, and he's really good guitar player and songwriter, and so it works real well with the two of us, and we've really established a close friendship, and so I'm stoked to be doing these shows.
I think it was just the common talk of folks that have seen me and have also seen him and saying, well, you need to meet this guy, you need to play with him. And that happened for years in my world. And so when we did finally meet, it made sense. Plus, I've been doing this series, which is different from my world, called Shut the Folk Up and Listen, where I play venues with actual seats where people sit down and hopefully listen and not talk so much. Um, and I'm grateful for the places that I play that have no seats, and there's vibe, and there's, it's more of a party, and it's, but um, I have played listening rooms before, and my crowd uses that type of vibe to continue the party, but in a seated fashion. So hence the name Shut the Folk Up and Listen. And I did it with Leo Kottke and Martin Sexton, and Steve is the kind of the third installment of this series. And so it made perfect sense. Well, in my world, I definitely have a handful of songs that kind of get ignored in the seatless facilities. And I kind of focus on more of a dance vibe. So I definitely enjoy the storytelling aspect of these songs. Now, the difference between Steve and I is he's actually tells stories in between the songs, whereas I tell the stories within the songs and don't talk in between songs. So it's kind of like a yin and a yang, and sometimes like similar to Leo Kottke, Steve can really elaborate on the stories in between songs, and there's this incredible amount of beauty in that, and something I've never really been able to do. I came up playing places like restaurants and coffee shops and stuff where people weren't, paying attention. And so when I'd stop a song, there wouldn't be any applause or anything like that. So I always would just like kind of blend the songs together and never really stop in between songs. So I never really got that kind of between song banter that Steve has really, really perfected. And I'm so enamored with that, and just listen to it so much. But to answer your question, uh, there's definitely a lot of songs that he and I know together that we have been playing during the encores. He'll do a set, I'll do a set, and then we'll play 3 or 4 songs together, and those are usually covers that we both know that we do kind of in our own way. Kent Stage Show. Steve, you
I
go
would
first?
say you're going to see us I'll come out on stage first, and we're gonna both eat some really good food because there's great Asian food around Kent Stage. So we'll probably write a song that day about the food we ate and how cool Kent Stage is. And we won't learn it that good so that when we go out, it's really spontaneous. And Keller will probably go, play a solo, Steve, which nobody ever normally says to me. And that makes it really fun. And then Keller's set will be awesome. I will request him to play Kidney in a Cooler, and hopefully he'll do it. And we'll be dancing and we'll join together. And by the end of the night, it'll be the greatest night anybody's ever had in their life.
I think that it'll be our best show we've ever played, and that if anyone ever comes to see this after that, we'll have to kick them out because we won't be able to live up to that show.
Exactly. Exactly. That'll be the last time they should ever see us. That's how good it's going to be.